All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crisis Talk, the show where we talk during a crisis. That's essentially what it is. I'm William. I don't know if you don't recognize this voice. I'm William. I'm just a guy who misses society the way it used to be. That's how I'm gonna describe myself.
Um, yeah, my name's Palimi, and I'm actually liking this, like being at home, and staying on lockdown. It kind of like reminds me of, you know, of the times when like things like when like I wasn't like having like uni to do, and I was still in high school, and like yeah, so I like being at home.
It's nice.
Shy.
Hi guys, I'm Shy, and don't want to do uni work. I've got no host, so here I am. Here you are, hearing my
It
voice.
feels like you should. It feels like you should
Yeah,
put like a peace sign after that.
period. Like my life is sad right now, so here you guys are getting my personality.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have coronavirus, so could be
I
worse.
mean, I actually am in self-isolation though, guys. I didn't tell you guys.
Rejected. Yes,
I actually,
yes.
I am in isolation now for 7 days, so that's fun.
Yeah. Really? Because of
Yeah.
Sainsbury's.
Yeah. So I got a cough like last week. And then like I don't really get coughs, so like I just called them up
Oh,
and I was
you're
like,
dying.
okay.
Oh, stop,
Imagine.
William.
I was like, it be like that, what God wants. Jesus, take the wheel. I was like, so I don't know what you don't want to do. Like I feel fine, but I'm not really worried about me in it. Obviously,
My
if I
God.
was like super bad, I'd be scared. But yeah,
All
I
right,
don't
Sean,
So
I've
how
got
long
a
do you have
question
to
for you.
stay?
I've got a question. Which cemetery do you want to be buried at?
Oh my God.
Hare Hill Cemetery, see me there, Leeds, LS, I don't know.
How many days do you have to stay in quarantine for before you
It's
go back to?
7. It's
Okay.
7, and then they want me to bring them up on Thursday and just like kind of say how I'm doing. But I've not had a fever. So like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we should do a little like shout out to like store workers, because like I feel like
Thank you. Where's my
those are,
clap?
well done to y'all, because I feel
Yeah,
like they're also on the
essential
front line
workers,
as
they're
well.
grafting, it's true.
Yeah, even like people Amazon deliveries and
Yeah, I heard
Royal
some
Mail.
so bad things.
all those people as well. Like I feel like those people have like kind of been like neglected in the
Yeah.
whole like coronavirus. Obviously, the NHS staff need to be
Yeah,
appreciated as well, because
definitely.
they're helping
Definitely.
save lives. But I
Front
also think that
lines.
everybody, for everybody else in different sectors, their lives has changed. Like everyone's
Yeah.
working from home, but like people that work in stores and stuff, they're still it's just like a normal day. They're still like that, they're still working. So yeah, shout out to you guys.
Yeah. And guys, if you're gonna go in the store, please do not be mean. We've not got time for
Yeah,
this. And we're also annoyed, so you might get cussed out. The customer is not
yeah.
always right. Not in this pandemic. Not
Not
in
in
this
these
pandemic.
pandemics. But
Not today, honey.
Not today.
I'm sure everyone will be happy to know we're actually not here to talk about coronavirus. We're actually here
Yeah,
to talk
no.
about an issue that if you're a university student, this is an issue that you can relate with very deeply. Because
When will I A again? When will I A again? That's the
When?
issue.
when will you what?
When will I A again?
Oh,
Hey!
I see. I see what we're on. Yeah, so because obviously with the way that this whole coronavirus is going down, there's a likelihood, don't know how high, how little, there's a likelihood September schools are not going to be open again, meaning universities not going to be open again, meaning the next generation of uni students are not going to get a freshers week.
They're not booking back.
Now, I don't know. Freshers Week's a very important part of university, I think. Maybe it's because of my antics. But like, freshers, what a time. I'm like coming on to third year. Like after I finish this year, I'll be in my third year of uni. And when I think back to first year university, freshers week, my life was so much better. Who even knew that a virus could do this to people?
Yeah, like who would have thought like 2 years ago that this would be where the world is? Like everything's just a lot. But I feel like Freshers Week, what I realized about it was that like people used to, well, this is just for me anyway. People used to like hype it up and like it was like this amazing thing. And even when we were in college, we would go to the Domino's because Domino's did £1 pizzas in Freshers Week. So I was like, oh my god, you know, you get things for free in Freshers Week. Like it was a motive. But then when I was in uni, like being in uni, like it's I enjoy most of the like the free stuff that you get because like we would go to like what's it called? Do you know those sales that they do at, like well in my uni,
Like all them like
like
student lockdown and stuff like that.
PLT.
PLT sales. Well, I didn't go to PLT sales. I went to like there was a couture sale. There was a couture sale. I don't know whether it was the Freshers Week, but like couture sale, like, and you know what, in those moments, that's when like that's when people are like out for bargains. So people are like don't. So I feel like
they're gonna fall down over that tracksuit.
Yeah, over like tracksuits and stuff. So that's how crazy I guess my Freshers Week went. Like you have to survive in these streets when you're going for a sale.
Yeah,
okay. What about in the night time though, Palumi? What did how did Freshers Week night wise?
Nighttime, I went. There was. Yeah, it was okay, but I feel like clubs in general are just like, you know, like I feel like you just have to go with the right people. The motive that I went to this year for freshers was I think it was the JSB event, and like in Manchester they're like the entertainment club people. I don't know. Yeah, they do club events, and but yeah, it was a cool event. I feel like I don't know. Clubbing was just like a nice thing. I did. However, there's a story that I have about like clubbing. There was. Do you know when a club? Do you know when a motive is like you hype it up and then you think it's gonna bang and then like everybody's there like. And then like you even get there early and then it's like, oh my god, this is gonna bang. So I went to one motive. It wasn't Freshers Week, but I went to this motive with like my friends, and then we all got there and then it was just dead. Like it was dead, nobody was there.
That's embarrassing.
Like it was just so awkward, and then it got better during the night, but like, whew. Have you guys ever experienced something like that?
Yeah, we've all hit them dead motives, man. But obviously, I go Newcastle University, so.
I go Newcastle University.
He goes to a muscle group, Shy. He goes to a whole muscle group.
You know, man's more than just a pretty face, you know.
Amen.
Nah, but in Newcastle, 7 out of 7 nights a week is popping. So that's a very rare occasion that when you go out, and it's not rare, but obviously there's a season when it's exams or students not in the city where it's dead. And obviously I work as a promoter there as well, so I'm quite used to the nightlife.
He's about. That's what he's saying.
I've seen some things. But if I take it back to my Freshers Week, man, I'll take it back to the maddest night, my Freshers Week. To be honest, it wasn't even that mad. It was frustrating more than mad for me. It was mad for this other individual. So it's me and my flatmate, this girl. She's a little girl. She's like 5 foot tall. Like she's a little tiny skinny girl like that. We went to this motive at this different accommodation. And, she has a slight drug problem, we'll say. And by slight, I mean extreme. And so we go to this motive. And at this motive, there's a guy there who sells cat. And obviously, with her slight drug problem, she couldn't resist. So she bought some, she did some, she was drinking alcohol as well. So she was off her face. And at this point, I was a naive young fresher. I had never seen anyone do cat. And she was all over the place with the alcohol and the cat and the, the whatever. And she was tiny, so all these different substances in her body. Her body just couldn't handle it. But me, I'm just enjoying my life. I'm having a two drink. I'm chatting. I'm socializing, having fun. There's even a thing at that pre, so things are developing. But so now we're leaving the pre to go to the club. We get to the club now. She comes out the taxi. She falls over, and I was like, "Ooh, what's going on here?" And then, the guy who sold it her was like, "Okay, look, I don't think she's okay because that cat that I sold her was like extra strong. It's from the dark web, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Bloody hell, so what's going on?" So everyone's saying like, "No, she needs to go home." She's saying, "No, I'm fine. I can continue. I don't want to go home. I'm having so much fun." But she's all over the place. But she wants to continue going out. And honestly, since I live at the same accommodation as her, I'm not her chaperone. So I had to take her home. My night ended early. And obviously, it was really frustrating because, as I said, I was trying to that thing at the prees and things were developing.
Lol, now you're babysitter.
But see, the sacrifices I had to make. Now, we're in the taxi now. We're going back to our accommodation. And it actually goes to me, "Oh, Will, I feel so lonely." And I'm like, "Oh, this poor girl, she's done all these drugs, or she's having this crazy reaction." And I was just so like sympathetic. I was like, "Oh man, what can I do to help this poor girl?" Because obviously I'm only known her for a few days. And the last thing I want is for someone to OD on my watch on my first few days of uni. So I was not panicking, but I was concerned. And she goes, "Oh, I'm so lonely. I don't think I can be by myself tonight." And I was like, "Understandable. She's going crazy. She don't want to be by herself. And understandable." And she goes, "Can I sleep in your bedroom tonight?" And I was like, "Huh? Try to sleep where?" I was like, so I was like, "No, we can't sleep in my bedroom." But since you're feeling all lonely and whatnot, what I'll do is, I'll go into your room with you. I'll sit on your chair until you fall asleep, and then I'll go to my room.
Chair, he says.
These are single beds. I was not in a fancy accommodation. So I'm like, and then she goes, "Oh no, that's too far. I feel too lonely. I need to be cuddled." And I was like, "Cuddled? What is this girl on? These drugs are not there." I was like, "What's going on?" At this point, I still can't understand that this is just her, moving mad. And I'm just thinking, "Oh, these drugs, it's not good." So then we get there, and she's like, "Oh, you need to cuddle me." And I was like, "What do you mean I need to cuddle you? You're fine. Like, just sleep. I'm here. Nothing's gonna happen to you." And she was not having it. One thing led to another. I was like, "Okay." Once we was in the room, I was like, "Okay, this has nothing to do with her feeling lonely. She was just trying to get some dick, so I bounced."
She's trying to get in them pants.
But that was just annoying.
She wanted her first night to end with a bang.
No,
that's it.
To
She said, "I'm not letting the cat stop me." She said she's not letting the cat stop her.
But like in MMU, there wasn't really like that sounds so like a lot that
yeah,
it sounds like
but
a
I
lot.
think we're just not around it. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. I've never seen anybody sniffing or like at ACS Motive. If I see someone sniffing somewhere, I'm gonna be like, should we pray? Should we like come together and pray
in this moment? Yeah, I feel like it's just been wait, but speaking of people moving mad, like I think this was around Freshers Week actually. Yeah, it was. So I was at this Motive and it was my friend's birthday, and it was a house, and like the house had a lot of people that we didn't know, because the invite just got spread around, because like in Manchester, if you have a Motive, like, and like everyone will know. Like, everyone will know. Everyone and their mother will know. So everyone came to this Motive, right? And then it came to the end of the night, end of the Motive, and then people went to the toilets, like, just like cleaning and stuff. And then people saw a condom that was used, I think, or something.
Oh.
So like, I know, it was disgusting. And so people were like, oh my God, who did X, Y, and Z? So yeah, like I don't think that was ever discovered, but yeah,
That's crazy.
You
That
are
imagine having sex in the toilets out of motive.
People do
I
that all
don't.
the time.
Yeah,
Personally, I couldn't.
people do the most.
Personally, I
But I
couldn't.
feel
People are
like
freaky like that.
when people get to uni, I feel like it's just like high school. Like people get so mad. It's like freedom. You know, there's a new cohort of boys and girls. Guess what I'm gonna do? Go crazy.
Yeah, like that's why you see
And
people
that's
that
what
were
people
like
do.
people that some people have said that people that they know from their home cities that were like like religious
Innocent,
and like
good.
strict and
Yeah,
innocent,
yeah,
they go wild on Freshers Week. Like they have
Well, obviously,
wildness
because it's
happening.
suppressed, isn't it? Despite all
yeah.
their like, because when you're in high school and college, you get put into this category. It's like, oh, you're a nerd. Oh, you're an athlete. Oh, you're this, you're that. So now you're in university, new city, new people. They don't really know you. You get to reinvent yourself, and then there's all these other peer pressures of, oh, let's get wasted. So you just go crazy. Like it kind of makes
And
sense.
No.
also these years of people that are going into uni, they are so lucky. They didn't have to do the A levels. They didn't have to do their freaking GCSE exams. So you know what? Like they get to miss out on something. Shit.
You know what? Yeah. You know what?
Like,
Yeah. Because some people don't understand the stress.
do you get what I'm
No,
saying?
No,
Like,
I entirely get what you're saying, Pliny. I don't
no,
know. What do
I
you
don't
guys
know.
listening think?
I think I don't know. I think me personally, I would. I don't know because my predicted grades were a bit cute. Not gonna lie, they was very nice. I will say, like I don't
nice.
think going. So I don't. But then I'm thinking about all the people. Like obviously, yeah, they don't get to go exams, but I think I'd be pissed because you've done these 2 years to then not be tested on the stuff that you've been slaving
Yeah.
over. Nah, I'd
These
be
two
big mad.
intense years, because I feel like people just skip over college and think college was traumatic
No,
in the
I
best.
was
Oh,
hyperventilating in the library.
like William loved college.
I
Did
loved it.
you?
For me, but don't get me wrong, them 2 years were some of the most stressful times of my life.
They
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
Whew.
Not because of
What was
college
you
though. The actual
doing?
college, I ate it up.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
we
it comes
loved
down to
college,
Yeah.
what.
but like life was
No,
just a lot. I feel
life
like
came at me
life
fast during that period of
happened.
time, and I
Yeah,
cannot
and
disclose that to the internet. So
No,
without
I
being,
can. I can.
it's-
I will not forget my psychology exam. I'm out here hyperventilating. I am in tears. My teacher's like, "Have you eaten?" She's out here giving me tea and coffee. Bless her. She felt bad for me.
see, at least your
College just
teachers were nice.
no. Yeah, she was so sweet. Like shout out to her. Can't remember her name, but she's a real G.
I didn't even do college was just a lot, like emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Whew,
Yeah,
like
it
because
yeah,
then I
really
but
think
hit
still though,
different.
some people do overcome all that and do even better than they were predicted.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
So
what I don't like. Yeah, for some
It
people, I'm
is a
like,
bit
oh
of
my
a
God.
double-edged sword.
Yeah, some
that's
people would have done better.
But I
So
think
that's the
I think
problem.
teachers will take that into consideration though when they're giving them final marks. I think
I'm
so,
not sure, you know,
I mean,
because
I
I'm just
think if you was a
thinking.
student who was showing promise, like for instance,
Yeah,
if when I think back to myself, my teacher still would have given me decent, but maybe not as well as I actually did, but they still would have done me
mhm.
all right because, I was fairly serious. I liked the subject. I was, I wasn't like some of these guys. They come into one lesson every month. They never do the homework.
Yeah,
They never do this. They never do that. Like them guys, they're done for. Even if they were gonna perform in them exams and speak.
yeah.
and I feel like especially when you go from college to uni, like first year is so like it's not as bad as second year of college, but it is a
Ah,
lot. So I feel like this moment of like them taking a break, like I know it's lockdown, but like before they go to uni, like this extended break is actually really good so that people can like breathe. Because if I took a gap year and then went to uni, I think I wouldn't be in such a
I did, yeah.
meh of a
I hear
Mm,
state.
that. Yeah,
But
gap years are actually the one.
so it all works out,
yeah.
I guess. But like, do you guys? So how was your gap year, Shy? Like,
It was actually good, you know, like when people ask me like what I did, I'm just like, well, I worked. But genuinely, like, I feel like my gap year, I'm not even trying to be like that person, but I just grew as a person. And I just
yeah,
like I saw recently, like at one of the motives, I saw like guys from like my college and like guys from my high school, and like they were looking at me like I was still that Cheyenne, like who was like moving mad, like not mad how you lot might think I'm moving mad. I'm talking about I was like wild, like I was always coming out of my neck. Genuinely, if I'd have come to uni as that Cheyenne, you lot, I'd have got brooked up.
Right.
I would have been out here in fights with anybody and everybody. But that gap year, it is important. I feel like some people, they come to uni and they don't grow. They just are in that same, I don't know, if you want to grow,
Yeah.
you can grow. But
No,
that
I
gap
get you.
year like made that gap year put me in a position where like there was no other way, because what else am I doing? Like I'm working, I was like moving like an adult, like contributing to my household.
No, yeah.
So when I came
Yeah,
to
it's a
uni, I
good
was like,
thing.
this is a piece of cake. Like, I know who I am. Like, anybody who was questioning
Yeah.
me, because there was some that was questioning my character and still do, like, that's not gonna waver me, because I know who I am. Pros to
Yeah.
gap year, do that.
And I know Sam's not here, but Sam is like the other person that would do this with. He took a gap year as well.
And the guy
And
conquered the world in his gap
yeah,
year.
he did so much. He did so much. And like, you know, when he's here, he'll probably like talk about it. But yeah, I feel like
Sam's the most
I think he
annoyingly
loved it.
humble guy in the world, man. Because the guy he does everything, but it's like he does nothing.
But yeah, I feel like gap years, like they have such a, like, it depends on how you use them, but
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like they do, like they are helpful in the end.
I think so too.
Because
Because after them
it's a
2 years of
it's a lot.
college, where you probably grafted harder than you've had to graft at that point in your life, you've probably not grafted harder in your life than in 2 years, than 2 years of college. And I think, when you come into uni, where most courses is like 40% minimum to pass. So, at least that's what happened to me. I coasted a bit and I got into certain bad habits. And now I'm finished the second year of uni. I feel like if I took a gap year, like to refresh myself, and just take a breather, get to, as you did, get to discover yourself and things like that. When you come into uni now, it's just, you do your things and you move on, rather than
Yeah, because like I feel like in uni, as along with the course and all of that, you're also like finding yourself. You're also like doing like a lot. Like you're going through a lot mentally as well. That doesn't necessarily relate to the course, but like there's a course on top of it. Well, I'm going to speak for me anyway. So I don't know how everybody else does, but for me, it's like it's not just about the course. Like it's just like life and and the course as well, and then like just trying to figure all of that out at once can be a lot. So this lockdown has actually been quite helpful for me anyway, to just like take a moment just to like just to think and reflect. It's like the gap year I never had, but like instead of like going out and whatever, I'm staying at home and like
yeah,
realizing certain things about myself, saying this, saying that. And I think like these kind of conversations are very helpful to have, because I feel like everyone's going through the same thing, but people don't really talk about it. So I hope everyone like that's listening, that it might be going through something like this, or have went through whatever you're going through, because life is life. That everyone's kind of in the same boat,
it's true, yeah.
just on
And I
different
think,
journeys.
I don't know, if you're anything like me, you might be putting some pressure on yourself to like, keep productive, keep take care of business, whatever. Because there's all these like Twitter guys and these YouTube guys who are like, oh, if you leave this lockdown and you're not a millionaire, then you never had lack time, you just lack discipline. But
Yeah,
to a certain
but I feel
extent,
give
like
me
it's
a
like,
break.
but I feel like to some extent, some of that quote might be true. But I feel
it's
like
true though,
it's
yeah.
different for different people. Like some people need to do work in this lockdown to prove to themselves something. Some people, this lockdown is for them to like breathe and relax, because they've been on the go for so
Exactly.
long. Like they would have broke if it hadn't been for the lockdown. So I feel like people just need to understand that people are different, and perspective
Yeah.
is key. And hindsight, oh my god, I've realized how hindsight is so like monumental. Oh, because like in hindsight, I think like, oh, if I did take a gap year, what, like, how different would I be? But everything happens for a reason.
I would
Everything
have been in
happens for a
third year
reason.
right now. So
Yeah, you'd have
thank
been
God forgot me.
graduating.
I'd have been doing my dissertation in this pandemic. No,
Like, the
Literally.
worst thing of it
definitely
all is,
not.
Shy, you would never have met me if you know.
Also true.
So it's yeah,
Hmm.
that's sticky. But we've got
Yeah.
10 minutes left, guys, before these guys close us down. Because obviously we don't have a pro account.
We're trying to save some money in these streets.
you know, you know how it
Oh,
is.
sorry, that's another thing. I know we're not just talking about the lockdown, but the lockdown has been so helpful about like saving money. Well,
Ooh.
for me anyway, I've saved so
Ooh.
much money.
I
Well,
cannot
there wasn't
relate.
really, yeah, but I've
Yeah,
saved.
the
I know
outgoings
because
have
you're still
reduced.
working.
They've reduced. But
Yeah.
all
They
I know
have.
is university. If lockdown has not finished in September, university shouldn't open. I think personally, it should
I'm
start in January.
I'm I'm genuinely not coming back. Like, if we are doing open classes, online classes, I'm genuinely taking another gap year. I'm not even taking the piss. Like, there is no way my third year I'm doing online classes. Like, are we serious? You want me to navigate statistics and SPSS by myself at home? No,
Yeah, exactly.
never.
It's not the war.
No, it's not.
Especially
It's
for a
not
first year
happening.
student, like that's putting them at a big disadvantage because the transition
Yeah,
from the way things happen, not even necessarily difficulty or whatever, just the way things happen from college to university is pretty big. Like the way things
yeah,
work, the way how you have to operate, how you have to deal with teachers, lecturers, seminars, lectures, things like that. You kind of need to be in the atmosphere to actually fully see how it goes. Like online is really not
yeah.
doing them justice.
It's not the same. No. But I did read though a Guardian article that was saying that like they're making contingency plans, and at least for the first years they're thinking about starting them in January and then kind of like condensing their year so that like fast track it, or even, which is tight, if you're planning a holiday to Ayia Napa, I'd be for babe, maybe not, because they're talking about like continuing your first year into like July, August. So if you start in
Wow.
January, you could be ending like you might have a lecture on Carnival. So
Yikes.
don't buy your outfit.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like this.
they would have like
Sorry.
6 months off them. So
Yeah, I feel like
you
Yeah.
win some, you lose
this.
some.
But I think, how hard would it be to get back into that though? Like January.
True. 6 months.
Like
And
That's
what
why
the
you
what
got to be
what is
somewhat productive. At least spend at least like a couple hours every day doing something, whether it's
yeah.
reading, going through something you find interesting. Like I don't know, just being creative. Not to get too used to just you wake up, PlayStation play. Like
Yeah.
my little brother. Oh my god, I'm not sure this guy sleeps 24/7. He's on the PlayStation.
I think we've said what we needed to say. I feel like if anybody's got any topics or anything that they want us to talk about, they should put it in the comments down below.
Yeah.
And yeah, this was good for the first situation with
First, we're gonna be a
crisis
bit,
talk.
we're gonna be trying to come out as frequently as we can.
Yes, and Sam will be
On top of
joining
that, make
us.
sure you subscribe and get the alert button to make sure you know.
Like,
Tap that.
comment, share with your friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, and then tell them to tell that friend. And yeah, and watch other episodes of like Talking It Out, JBT on Face.
Support the
Yes,
people.
please do.
But that was Crisis
Yeah.
Talk, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye
Okay.
guys.
Bye.